Liza Lucas is joining us with more now. Liza, you're close to that biolab site in Conyers. Officials really saying that itchy, burning eyes, the telltale sign of maybe too much exposure. You've talked to a couple of doctors who say they're getting reports of that in that surrounding community.
That's right. We want to start with Piedmont Rockdale. Their ER is just 10 minutes from where I'm standing, and they've had patients, they say, coming in with the itchy throats and scratchy eyes and coughs. But on top of that, I've also spoken with local pediatricians who are concerned about kids dealing with similar symptoms and the calls that they're now fielding from parents. Now, that includes Dr. Hugo Skornick, who's less than 10 miles away from here. Now, he's not only a pediatrician practicing here in the Conyers area, but he's also a former president of the Georgia chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics. He says that doctors at his practice are now seeing more children with symptoms that may be linked to exposure from the chemical fire as off-gassing continues from the site. Now, he says doctors are getting a lot of questions from families and the community about what exactly is in the air and what short and long-term effects could be, particularly on those most vulnerable.
We've been fielding lots of calls from concerned parents and families. We're seeing children who are having bad headaches, especially headaches that won't go away, burning eyes, sore throat. And then we're especially concerned about our children with asthma. Several of them are having asthma attacks, and we're concerned that it may have been from the exposure.
All right, we hear about all of the calls coming in from moms and dads out there who are worried. Liza, are local doctors getting some guidance on what to tell these families who are concerned?
Well, I asked Dr. Skornick if he's heard from state health officials. He said not yet at this point, so he's basically following the guidance put out by Rockdale County, which we've echoed before, limiting your time outdoors, especially if you're experiencing any of the symptoms that we've talked about so frequently. We should also note in that video that we told you about at the top of the show, released by the county, there's still no timeline that's been put out there in terms of how long cleanup should take. So I've circled back over to county officials this morning to see if there's any clarification that they could provide both us and the public. Live in Conyers, Liza Lucas, 11 Alive News.
Liza, thank you, everybody. Absolutely curious about that timeline. We've got extensive coverage on this story. The number one question we're getting is about that air quality. It's why we've got a way for you to check the quality in your area. When you text the word plume to 404-885-7600, we'll send you links to all of that information straight to your phone. That's plume to 404-885-7600.